Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to do Leetcode bi-weekly first question. So here's the question on the screen. So let us first read this question, then about the constraint. Then we'll check for the examples which are given in this question, and then finally the coding part for the same. So let's begin. So here you can see count pairs whose sum is less than target. And then if we check for the constraint, here constraints are also pretty much low, right? So in that context, we can easily go ahead with brute force as well, because here the difficulty level mentioned is easy. So let us first read this question. So given a zero index integer array nums of length n and an integer target, return the number of pairs ij where I is less than equal to 0 and I should be less than j and j should be less than n. Basically it should be in between these 0 and n and in increasing order. And nums of I plus nums of j should be less than target. So basically it is a pretty much easy question. So first let us go ahead with the brute force solution for the same. So here in this first example we are given with that nums is having -1, 1, 2, 3 and 1, right? So here in this 1 minute. So here if we see, we are taking the first example which is here. So when we do this solution in brute force manner, then how it would be? Now the target is 2, right? Oh, why it is not working? Okay. One minute, let me check why it is not working. So now here the example which is given to us. So here we check, means if we take -1, 1, 2, 3 and 1, and if we do by brute force manner, then it would be surely in n square manner. And for that sense, when we see this -1 and then we check for if we do +1 with this, it is less than 2, right? So we increase our count to 1. Then we check for this -1 plus 2. So 2 minus 1 would be 1. Then our count increases to 2. Then if we check for this, then 3 minus 1 would be equals to 2. But here the thing is the target is equals to 2 and it should be less than target. So that's why count won't be increased. And then again in the last, which is then -1 and 1. So when this is the scenario, so then in that sense, we again increase the count. So now when we go ahead with 1 and then in 1 we increment, then it would be 3, right? Which is not less than our target. So that's why there won't be increment of any count. Then for the 3, no increment. But for this, increment of count would be there. Then when we start from this 2, then we will be checking 2 plus 3. Then won't be increment in count. But 2 plus 1, then again no increment in count. And then when we go ahead with this, 1 minute, with this 3, then 3 plus 1, again there won't be any count. So in that sense, just by using the brute force manner as per the constraint of this question, we can easily go ahead with order of n square solution. The time complexity will n square and the space complexity would be order of 1. So now comes the part that how we are required to code this question. This was how we would be in actually means just the outline of our coding part. But now let us go ahead and code this question. So for coding part, the thing would be, first we are taking in variable int count, and in that here we are using 2 for loops, and here the second for loop will be starting from just the next number of the present first loop which is there. So that's why we are doing I plus 1. This was the only thing in this, and then we are just checking that if it is less than target, then we are increasing the count, and at the end we are returning the count. This is one of the basic questions which we used to do when we just started the coding part. So this is what it is. And then if we submit this particular, then yeah, it got accepted. So this was all for this particular first video. So let's catch up in our second video, I've already told that what is time complexity, space complexity. So this was all. If you have any doubt, you can comment that down. So yeah, thank you.